Hi, I'm George, TSG Senior Product Manager. In this demo, I'm going to go through a quick overview of the Open Content Insurance Policy and Claim solution. Now, we're going to have future videos that show this functionality in more detail, so be sure to check those out. But for now, we're just going to go through a quick overview. Now here I am in Open Content search page, and most clients don't actually use our search for insurance. Most of them have us integrate into a separate claim or underwriting system such as Guidewire, and the users would use that system to find the case that they're looking for and then launch directly into it in our Open Content solution. But some clients do allow for a direct search of a claim or a policy. So here I'm just going to show clicking or finding a claim folder. And here it is. And I'm just going to go ahead and click on it to view it. And then this view is what the user would be launched into if they were integrating from another system. So you'd click on a view documents button in Guidewire or another system, and it would take you directly into here. So the first thing that the user sees is a view all documents view. And most of the time clients like this to be ordered with the most recent documents at the top. So you can quickly see what has been newly added or modified in the claim. So I'm just going to go ahead here and view a document. So I'll view this loss report document. And this launches it in our Open Annotate viewer, which allows me to add annotations to the document. So I can go in here and grab maybe this ellipse tool and grab it, add a circle, and then maybe I want to also add a sticky note, so I can do that as well. And after I've added my notes, other users will be able to see them as overlaid on top of the document. We can also take a look at some of the images in the folder here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just look at this accident photo. And the first thing we're going to notice here is that, this is a pretty bad image. Someone took it and the lighting wasn't right. So we actually have some image manipulation tools within the interface as well. So I can go ahead here and maybe change the brightness, and I'll switch this over to contrast, and maybe we'll switch the contrast a little bit. In the sharpness. Obviously, the user might spend a little bit more time doing this to make it look really nice, but that looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and save my changes. Now, one important thing to note is that this will change the image, but we do it as a version of the document. So I can look at the previous versions and actually open up the 1.0 version in side-by-side mode here so that I can see the changes to the document. This is also important from a legal perspective because we always retain the original image and we don't get rid of it when you make manipulation changes. One other feature is we keep a set of notes for the folder, or in this case, the claim. So I can go ahead and look at these claim notes. And a couple of them have already been automatically added, but users can come in and add notes at will as well. So I'll go ahead and just add a legal note. And I'm going to say something like legal review is needed. And go ahead and submit that. And now there's a new note in the system. So now I'm going to go ahead and add a new document to this folder. So we have our add documents action, and there's a few ways we can add documents, but I'm going to go ahead and just drag and drop an email. So here I have an MSG file that I just drag in. And one thing to note here is that it grabbed the email MSG file as well as two attachments that were on that email. So I'll go ahead and click next. So I'm going to say these are claim documents. We can automatically pull off some information from the claim folder onto the documents to prevent rekeying. So I want the claim number to be populated here, but I don't have to rekey it because it just pulls it over. Same with a lot of these other fields as well. So this field here This bulk property edit page allows me to set fields across all documents. So I'll just set the examiner here to Jim Halpert. Go ahead and click next. And we can see a preview of the document. I can even hide this view over here so I can get a better view of it. But we can see that my examiner name automatically came over, and it's going to do that for all documents. And now I can look at the document and add my tags. In this case, I'm going to tag the email as correspondence. Then I'm going to go through these rather quickly. I'll just tag the report as a report. And this last one is investigation. And go ahead and finish. So it's added my 3 documents to the system, which I can now see based on my tags. So I tagged the email as correspondence. So here's my email, and I can even see the attachments as well. So I see that relationship here, both email to attachments and attachments to email. Another type of relationship that we can show is related folders. So I'm in a claim here, and I'm going to go ahead and look at the loss report for this claim. So I will load the loss report. And I might want to take a look at this loss report in conjunction with the policy folder. So here I have related policies, and I can see this year's policy is related. So without losing my context in this claim, I can actually go into the policy and view the policy contract side by side with my claim. Another common feature that our insurance clients like to use is this ability to combine PDFs. So say I need to send out some documents to a third party. In this case, I'll just use legal counsel as an example. And I don't want to, spend time downloading a bunch of documents. So I just generate a combined PDF. So I can go ahead and do that. And in this case, I am going to grab the doctor's note, the loss report, the X-ray, and the accident document. We can also go ahead here and rename or reorder these things. So I might want the loss report first. Go ahead and leave it like that. I can even come in here and choose certain pages to include. So I'm just going to chop off this last page of the document and give it a name. And I'll just tag it as supplemental. And now I can go ahead and look at my new document. So from here, I can see a combined PDF index page, and the documents have been added down here below into one PDF, including the photos. So I might want to send this to legal counsel, which I can do directly from the system. So I'll go ahead and send an email here, and I'm just going to send this to myself, just so we can take a look at the email. And we can even come in here and add a note, which will show up as a claim note. And go ahead and send the email. Now this email will actually be sent and the documents will be attached. But we also keep a reference to the email in this folder. So I can actually look at it in this interface and see the email and the attachment similar to the MSG file before. So I'm going to head over to my email and we can take a look at this email message. And I can see the message that I typed in as well as the combined document here. Now this is just one option. We can also use a service like Citrix ShareFile, which instead of attaching the document to the email, it will send it to a ShareFile folder and give the user a link to the document. This is very useful for if you want to do things like email out very large documents like videos or potentially sensitive content that you want to audit access to the document or maybe even expire after a certain amount of time. Well, that's it for this overview demo. For more information, check out our website and blog at tsgrp.com.